What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again with a game preview and score prediction for Week 8. The Tennessee Volunteers versus my Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Bryant-Denny Stadium. 3:30 Eastern Time, 2:30 Central, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into the video and start out by talking about these Tennessee Volunteers under the tutelage of Coach Josh Heupel coming into this game 5-1, 2-1 in the conference. Their only loss is to the Florida Gators. So the Tennessee Volunteers cannot afford to lose another SEC East game, okay? If they want to keep their hopes alive of going to the SEC championship. But anyway, Tennessee is coming into this game a run-first offense. They are averaging over 200 yards a game rushing, okay? Can they do that against this Alabama defense? That remains to be seen, okay? Because Alabama do have a pretty good daggone defense. But anyway, Tennessee is coming into this game averaging 443 yards per game on offense. 212 passing and 231 rushing. Another team that's, well, I ain't going to say another one, but they are averaging more yards on the ground than they are in the air. That is rare. But anyway, for its defense, they're only giving up 303 yards per game, 197 passing and 105 rushing. That is not bad. They are, they gained 140 more yards on offense than the defense is giving up. And you know what I always say, that is a recipe for success. You can win games that way. Joe Milton, quarterback, coming into this game with over 1,200 yards passing, 10 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Okay, a lot of people talk about Joe Milton, his accuracy, and the Tennessee fans calling him Overthrow Joe. But guess what? The job is getting done. You're winning games. That's all that matters, really. You're winning games. Like I say, they are run-first offense, and they got a three-headed monster. Jalen Wright, Jabari Smalls, and Dylan Sampson. Jalen Wright has 571 yards rushing. Their leading rusher with only 1 touchdown, though. Then you got Jabari Smalls, 359 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dylan Sampson, 273 yards and 7 touchdowns. 6 on the ground, 1 through the air. Okay, so, hey, they can get it done. And Joe Milton, he done ran for 4 touchdowns on 173 yards. Joe Milton, he's a dual threat quarterback. We know it. He can get it out that pocket, and when he do, he is fast. I can tell you that. The dude is fast. So, as far as their receiving room, their receiver room did take a hit when wide receiver Brew McCoy went down with a broke ankle. So he won't be back. He's out for the season, and I think they done played a couple of games without him. Or no, I think they only played 1 game without him, and that was last week against Texas A&M because they came off a bye week. It could be 2 games, but I'm thinking only 1. I could be wrong. But anyway, as far as their wide receivers, you got Squirrel White, who is the leading receiver with 305 yards, but he doesn't have any touchdowns. Then you got Ramel Keaton, 230 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. McAllen Castles, 124 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Warren, 61 yards, but he got 3 touchdowns. And then you got Caleb Webb. He's got a touchdown also. You got a couple of more guys in this receiver room that has a few yards, but they don't have over 100 yards receiving. So, but like I say, they going to run the hell out this damn ball. I already know. Or they going to attempt to run the hell out the ball. So we'll see about this Tennessee offense in this run game against Alabama. All right, as far as their defense, they got some guys on defense, man. They got some guys on defense. You got Aaron Beasley, 8.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Wesley Walker, 2.5 tackles for loss and a sack. Tamarian McDonald, 3.5 tackles for loss and a sack. I mean, you got some guys, but this defense got 6 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery, so they got a total of 7 turnovers on the season. They done took the ball 7 times from the opposing offense. They got 18 sacks and 51 tackles for loss. I mean, Tennessee fans told me they got the #1 defense in the SEC, but the numbers don't tell it. So, I mean, I knew that anyway. But anyway, that's what they got. 6 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, 18 sacks, and 51 tackles for loss. All right. So, but this defense, they is nasty. And that defensive line, front 7, they will get after your damn quarterback. They will get after your running backs. So, Alabama's offensive line going to have they work cut out for them. They are already not very good. Now, I'm not, this Tennessee defensive front 7 is not better than Texas A&M defensive front 7. Even though they won the game and they ran on Texas A&M to the tune of 232 yards. Tennessee's front 7 is not better than Texas A&M front 7. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Maybe Tennessee fans might say I'm wrong or think I'm wrong, but it is fact. Okay, and the numbers show it too. But anyway, it is what it is. But let me talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide under the tutelage of the great one, Nick Saban, coming into this game 6-1, 4-0 in the conference. All right. Our offense. Let me get to our offense. Our offense is averaging 367 yards of offense. Okay, that's less than Tennessee. Like I said, Tennessee is averaging 443. All right, about 80 more yards than us, I tell you that. But that's all right. That's all right. Not an issue at all. But anyway, Alabama, like I said, 367 yards of offense, base of 368. We averaged 219 yards passing per game and 148 yards rushing per game. Defensively, we're giving up 201 yards. Oh, that's about 12 yards less than Tennessee. We're giving up 187 passing and 104 rushing. Okay, so we are giving up about a yard less rushing than Tennessee. And what else? About 9 yards less in the passing game than Tennessee. So Alabama, according to the stats, is a little bit better defense. Just a little bit, according to the stats, okay? But I think my defense is nastier than Tennessee defense in the front 7 and on the back end. But anyway, we're going to let that all play out on the field. But anyway, Jalen Milroe, 11 touchdowns, where he's got right at 1,400 yards with 1,397 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, okay? All right, Jace McClellan, our run game is not that good. I can admit it. Our run game is not that good because the offensive line can't get the job done. I don't know what's going on with the offensive line, and I'm telling you, this offensive line is going to be harassed all daggone game with this Tennessee front 7, just like it was with the Texas A&M front 7. We gave up 6 sacks against Texas A&M. We gave up 5 sacks last week, okay, against Arkansas. So you can expect some sacks for the Tennessee defense, okay? I'm looking at we're going to give up between 4 and 6 sacks. I'm just being real with you. But Alabama has proven they can give up sacks and still win games. All right, but anyway, Jason McClellan, 454 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Jalen Milroe tacked in 139 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground. Roydell Williams, 319 yards and a touchdown, all right? And then, you know, you got our backups, Jamarian Miller, 55 yards, which I think he really need to get more playing time. And Justice Haynes, he need more playing time. Okay, I really do think they need to rotate those guys in, along with Jace McClellan and Roydell Williams. But somehow people seem to think we don't have a run game when we got Jace McClellan with 454 yards and on Roydell Williams with 319. You know what I'm saying? Those guys got more yards rushing than Tennessee's leading rusher. You know what I'm saying? So, but they say we don't have a daggone, running game. But it is what it is. But it is hard for us to run. I'm going to just put it that way because of our offensive line. But we can get some yards on the ground when we need them. All right, but anyway, as far as our passing game, you got Isaiah Bond, 283 yards and 2 touchdowns. Leading receiver, Jermaine Burton, 446 yards, 4 touchdowns. Amari Nee Black, tight end, 213 yards and 3 touchdowns. Kobe Prentice, 106 yards and a touchdown. Then you got Jalen Hale with 68 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Dupree, another tight end, 104 yards. Malik Benson, I don't know what the hell he been. He was getting a lot of hype during the offseason, 74 yards. So, yeah, but our defense, one thing our defense can do is keep us in the game. If we get behind or it's close, they can keep us in the game. And this defense can win games for us. Even our special teams. Our special teams do their thing. Special teams, I think I know they got 1 touchdown on the season, but I do know they got 2 block punts. They had a run back that was called back. I mean, our special teams is pretty damn good too. But anyway, our defense, we got 7 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries, 9 turnovers on the season for our defense. We got 25 sacks and 48.5 tackles for loss. So we got 1 more interception than Tennessee, 1 more fumble recovery than Tennessee, 7 more sacks than Tennessee, and Tennessee got 2.5 more tackles for loss than us. So sound like to me my defense is better. I'm just putting it out there. And then on top of that, we got Dallas Turner with 9.5 tackles for loss and 7 sacks. You got Chris Braswell with 7 tackles for loss and 4.5 sacks. So we getting it done. You got Deontay Lawson with 2 sacks. He done came back from injury. You got Tresman Marshall, 2.5 sacks, 3.5 tackles for loss. I mean, we got some guys. You got Jaheim, he only got a half sack. But you got Jamarian Latham, a sack and a half. So we got some guys, man. And but Dallas Turner, he's the leader of the defense. He can harass quarterbacks all day long. He might not get the sack all the time, but he's always in their dang on face. And with the addition of Kevin Steele, this defense has made a complete turnaround. They are nasty. The whole defensive attitude has changed. These players hold each other accountable. When one make a mistake, you can bet your bottom dollar Deontay Lawson gonna be in their face. Yeah, yes. So he even got in Dallas Turner's face when Dallas Turner committed a penalty, even though I think it was a petty penalty call, on the run back. But they holding each other accountable. So I think Alabama is the best team. I'm going to just put the numbers tell it that Alabama is the best team. Now, whether it show up in this game, we'll see. I feel like we was the best team last season, but guess what? We lost the game. Okay? Tennessee, they done won 1 out of 16 damn years. They won in 15 against Alabama in the past 16 years. Can they make it 2 and 15? We'll see on Saturday. But you know me. You know I got my Alabama Crimson Tide winning this game. I do. And I'm sure a lot of Tennessee fans got their Tennessee Volunteers winning the game. Okay. But I doubt if that happens. All right. But the thing is, our offensive line, the weakness of this team. Okay. And trust me, Josh Heupel and his defensive coordinator gonna have some plans on getting to Jalen Milroe. One thing Jalen Milroe need to do, he need to run this game. If it ain't there, run. Use your legs. Please, Jalen Milroe, use your legs. You can't stand back there all day looking for a daggone receiver when you got running lanes. I mean, and then you running to the right all the daggone time and you're taking sacks. You can't take these sacks in this game. You got to get the hell out of there. You can do it, man. You got the talent. All right, your legs is the best part of your game. All right, so this Tennessee defense going to be after you, and they're going to be harassing this our Alabama offensive line, and I know they're going to be coming from that left side where Caden Proctor is. Hopefully Jermaine Dupri, why do I keep talking about some fucking Jermaine Dupri? But hopefully Kevin Steele, you know, will put CJ Dupri or Amari Knee-Black over there to help chip block, to keep some of this pressure off Jalen Milroe, and to help Caden Proctor out. Okay, he's a freshman, true freshman at that. And then when you put Pritchard in, he's a redshirt freshman, so we got 2 freshmen at left tackle. All right, Elijah Pritchard, we got a redshirt freshman and a true freshman playing left tackle. They rotate, but damn, we need a daggone tight end over there at all times. I ain't saying to block all the time, but damn, block sometime, because I know against Arkansas, every time I seen a daggone tight end over there, he going out for a daggone on a passing route. All right, not even touching the defender. And they're always coming from that side. But anyway, like I said, I think my Alabama Crimson Tide is the better team. I think we got the better coaching staff, all except the daggone offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. I'll throw them 2 out there. But the rest of them, we good to go. But anyway, let me give you a score prediction. I got my Alabama Crimson Tide winning this game. Where my damn pen at? My Alabama Crimson Tide winning this game. We don't need a lot of points. This is not going to be a high-scoring game like it was last season. Because guess what? Neither offense is the same. And neither one of them got the prolific quarterbacks that they had last year. So it is what it is. But I got my Alabama Crimson Tide winning this game. I'm getting my Alabama Crimson Tide 27 points. 27. And I'm getting the Tennessee Volunteers, because they ain't going to be ready to run all day on my Alabama Crimson Tide. And I'm saying they won't run for 200 yards. They won't get their average. That's just me. But my Alabama Crimson Tide 27. And the Tennessee Volunteers 17. That's my score. And I'm sticking with it. That's it. Roll damn Tide, baby.